Well, why did Rosie say those mysterious things? Looking at her goofy husband, Rosie really didn't know what to say. The next morning, Rosie was out in the countryside while Adam drove, trying to call their son. Because life is too. As her husband passed by on his way to work, he casually mentioned his promotion. Rosie was happy for him, but yesterday's party was as tense as a balloon ready to pop. That night, Paul went to an uneasy dinner. He chose to drown his sorrows in drink. On the other side, Adam was at a party, eager to go home, but Rose's phone was unresponsive. Adam had to call his dad for a ride, but Paul was tipsy and completely directionally challenged, so he ended up directing Adam like a game of family charades. When Rosie saw her son's missed call, surprise. Her husband answered, but they crashed along the way. Adam was rushed to the hospital, and Rosie scolded her husband for drinking. Paul asked, "Why didn't you pick up the phone?" Classic couple quarrels. Adam sincerely apologized, and Rosie teared up, thinking if only she had answered the phone, things could be different. Meanwhile, Paul was out in the hall handing over his credit card life. At that moment, the doctor rushed in like an uninvited guest, grilling Paul. "Sir, you can't just waltz out. She needs you." The doctor thought Paul knew what was up, but Paul looked like a deer in headlights, saying, "I've got no clue." Rosie was thinking, if I could just survive, that would be great, not worrying about my illness, just wanting to live happy. She decided to confess, unfair to hide from Paul. So she sat beside him and said, "Let's be real. Paul, I have something to say. I want a divorce." Rosie nearly fell off her chair, bombshell. Rosie took a deep breath, thinking, I can't delay this any longer, better prepare myself for what's coming. I have cancer, and it's really serious. Felt like a heavy bomb dropped, instantly leaving Paul in utter shock. Paul stood in front of her with a razor, quietly starting to shave his head, definitely a worry move. Rosie was totally taken aback by his actions. Paul thought this would cheer her up, a real power move. But Rosie corrected him. "I haven't even started chemo yet. It's going to be torture." Paul couldn't fathom that choice. He was desperately searching for solutions, clearly not ready to give up. Looking at her husband's messy hair, Rosie couldn't help but smile a bit, realizing he's truly irreplaceable. So they went to the salon together to tidy up Paul's hair, ready for a fresh start. Barbara told them her relative also had the same cancer as Rosie, but was thriving. What an unexpected silver lining. Paul encouraged Rosie to pull herself together and try new treatments like leveling up in a video game. Rosie showed up at the doctor's office, thinking, can I please explore a different path? Finally, she decided not to bow down to fate easily and tried some unconventional therapies. But the doctor opposed. I hope you stick to the straight path, don't take a detour. This put a damper on her spirits as she watched Paul, with his new haircut, go pick up their son, feeling a bit deflated. Adam excitedly rambled about his classmates' fishing stories, trying to reel in Paul for a father-son fishing showdown. Even though Adam was super excited, Paul hesitated to tell him the truth, almost like playing truth or dare. Paul heard a story from a coworker, and it was an epic tearjerker experience. He wanted to grab a chance to chat, but the female colleague seemed eager to dodge that bottomless pit of a topic and hurried away. Nonetheless, despite the already somewhat tense atmosphere, Paul was determined to persist in chatting about this topic, and this action finally ignited the coworker's inner fury completely. Sorry, I absolutely don't want to discuss this right now. It really rendered Paul speechless, leaving him standing there without a word, feeling extremely complex emotions. The next morning, Paul finally told Rosie, I understand why you didn't share your diagnosis. All your misery's my fault. Rosie walked in front of her husband, seeing the luggage had brought back, and asked, So, are you home now? Rosie returned to the doctor's office, resolutely stating, This time, I'm going to try all effective methods and become a survival superhero. I'm going to go all in. This is a total sprint. Paul watched his wife's enthusiasm, worriedly saying, You need to play it safe in this game. Sorry, Kathy. I really don't know what to say. I just want you to regain your confidence. I wish you good luck, thinking this is a whole new beginning and everything will turn out for the better. This woman surprisingly put a flip-flop in the fridge, like she was enjoying a bizarre view of life. Since learning Rose's diagnosis, Marlene has been a true heartwarming neighbor, always by her side. When Rosie felt lost, she could draw inspiration from Marlene, a true wise friend. If there's a deity, I hope he can bring me some joy and peace. He's not a miracle worker, but I believe he can help us live life better. Marlene heard commotion coming from Rose's house, thinking Sean was a thief playing hooky while actually helping tidy up. Marlene, gun in hand, commanded Sean to return the loot, while Sean panicked, desperately explaining he was the relative. Once Marlene realized, she sensed Sean shared some traits with her husband, thinking to lend her good outfit to him. And so, Marlene and Rose's family became best friends, sharing life's ups and downs together. This video concludes here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, please remember to like and subscribe.